Hello, everyone, and I just want to say that this is the full review for Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, this is a continuation of the halfway review, which I ended up being way more than halfway. Don't get gypped, real quick, before the spoilers come. Don't get gypped. You will think that you have a whole nother sequence to play, but really it's all information on Sequence 9. So this game's really only 8 sequences, which kind of sucks, but other than that, I'll say this is a really good game. Now, let me start off. This is a full review. I beat the game. I have 28 hours into it, so that's pretty much complete for me. It's not a long game. It's not a short game. It's a little on the short side in terms of Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, but it's a little bit better than Brotherhood in my opinion. So, the full reviews will have a scoring system. Now, I will start off with gameplay. This is probably the best gameplay of all the Assassin's Creed games, since it's the same thing except they just improved a couple things. So they didn't do anything detrimental to the gameplay. They made the combat pretty much the same. They got a couple things that are a little more convenient. The enemies are some of a little harder. I mean, some of the same, some are a little harder. The Janissaries are a pain in the ass, which is good, though, because it adds some challenge instead of chain killing everyone like you did in Brotherhood. The parkour is added a new element with the hook blade, which I think was good. It's not too stupid and unrealistic. Like I said, it's not detrimental to the gameplay at all. Nothing in this game is detrimental to the gameplay. The tower defense I enjoyed. It's a nice little change of pace. I mean, you don't have to do it, so people complaining about it, whatever, you had to do it one time. So, one single time. So, it's not that bad. People are really complaining about it. I kind of enjoyed it. It gives a little variety. It makes you, it's more like leading an army, which is kind of what you're doing as you're taking over Constantinople, taking over the Templar huts and stuff. So you get little sections of the town, of the city of Constantinople, and when the Templars try to take those parts back, you gotta fight them off. And it's not just regular fighting. Now, I thought that was a decent addition. It wasn't bad. I mean, for somebody who doesn't like tower defense, don't play it. It's that simple. You just don't get basically a wanted level in other games. You just don't do it, and that's it. And you won't. And even if they do take it over, you can just take it right back without having to do the tower defense at all. So that wasn't bad. The bomb crafting, I mean, technically they say, oh, it's hundreds of combinations. Really, it's only like 20 different bombs. But they're all like different radius, but they're all like the same. The only difference between the bombs would be 3 different radiuses for each kind of bomb. Like they have distraction bombs, there's like 4 or 5 maybe that I've unlocked through beating the game. Actual different bombs for each category. There's diversion, there's like, one of them is kind of like concussion grenades, and one of them is lethal. There's like 4 or 5, that's it, and the only difference you can get is the blast radius. So, the bombs, I mean, they're kind of useful, they're decent in gameplay, they're handy to throw at a pain in the ass guard when you just need to get going. So that wasn't a big addition to the gameplay like they claimed. They had zip lines, which were kind of cool. I mean, they made it more cinematic, which I liked a lot. The dungeon type things, like in Assassin's Creed 2, when you go get Altair's armor, you'd have to solve those little puzzles. Those were changed, but they're a little shorter, but they're more cinematic. They're less puzzly. They're kind of more straightforward, but they're very cinematic. I loved it. It gives you like this epic feel. Not like it's a movie. It is a game, but they gave you this more epic feel, which I thought Assassin's Creed sometimes would get a little dull, believe it or not, because I love the fucking series. I love the stories. And so they changed that. They made it a little shorter. They made it more straightforward. But for gameplay, I'm going to give it a solid, very solid 8.5 out of 10. For story, this is number 2. For story, a lot of people complained about the story. A lot of people complained about how the game was short. I thought Brotherhood's story was weaker. I thought Brotherhood's length was not as long. I passed right through Brotherhood. I think less than 15 hours. So this game I have more than 25 hours, and I really didn't do that many side quests. I beat the game though. I watched the whole ending. It was about 20 minutes sequence, and then the credits, and then there's a little bonus thing. With my edition, it came with a little short, like 20-minute film, animated film, which I thought was good, because a little tiny bit they left out in the game with the ending. Here's big ending spoilers, by the way. The ending of the story... Now, well, let me just say first, the story throughout the whole game is pretty good. I think it's on par with the best Assassin's Creed story so far, so that's just my personal opinion. I like the game, and I like the story, so I like how you get the things you wanted to get out of Altair. You don't get what you wanted to get out of Desmond, but you know that's not going to happen until Assassin's, or whichever one that comes out is going to be all about Desmond. You're not going to get the story about... So you didn't get from Desmond what some people wanted, but I knew that was coming. But you got exactly what you wanted with Ezio, who, like I said in the Midway review, this is the third game where Ezio is mostly the main character. So you get closure on Ezio kind of in the way that you get closure on Luke in Return of the Jedi. Now, there's some badass moments in this game where you feel almost like Luke in Return of the Jedi. Like when you go to those caves, you almost feel like Luke going into Jabba's palace in Jedi. So I thought that was a good, just a whole great sequence. The story was good. I don't know why everybody hated it. They thought there was going to be more revelations to it, but I thought the reveals were pretty good. The ending was decent, but the ending to Brotherhood was... I thought the ending to Brotherhood was good. That was one of the things about the game I liked. The ending to Assassin's Creed 2 was good. They really hooked you on 2. They really fucking cliffhanged you on Brotherhood. That's the one thing they didn't reveal was what happened to Lucy, who you killed at the end of Brotherhood, who was like your best friend to-be girlfriend. So that was a little disappointing, but other than that, the story was solid, and I don't know why people complain so much about it. Just like the gameplay, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I probably will have a ending reaction video or thoughts on the ending, because that deserves a whole video to me. But the ending was solid. The story was solid. At some points, the story was fantastic. It really showed you, if you like Ezio, you'll love the story. I love Ezio, and I love the story because it makes him a human. It makes him a person. He has feelings. He has thoughts. It's not like some mindless character you're playing that's kind of like a ghost, that doesn't have real human feelings. I understand some people, they don't want that out of video games, but they did Ezio good. They didn't fuck him. They didn't screw his character up. He's still a ladies' man at 52, his age is, by the way. And he meets a girl, this woman, Sophia, who's real, elegant and kind of, at the same time, average. She's pretty, but she's, she's kind of perfect for Ezio at the moment, and she ties into the story. She ties way into the animated short. So I'm going to give this story an 8.5, just like the gameplay. I enjoyed it. It made Ezio more human. It wrapped up Altair real well. And Desmond, you kind of got screwed on, but how do you expect that from this game? Okay, this is continued in part 2. Thanks for watching, and give me some ideas and thoughts. Thanks.